Hello again, it's Professor McCartan on another topic, media buying. What is media buying? Media buying is when you are purchasing or creating advertising for a new product or an existing product. To complete this task, you need to go through the media planning process. Media planning in advertising is the pretty much making the decisions to deliver the message to that targeted audience. The process that you will go through to understand the media buying process is the market analysis, establishing the media objective, setting the strategy, implementation, and then, of course, evaluation and follow up. So let's look at these steps a little bit. Now, market analysis. We have to look at performing a market analysis and determining who the audience is for the product. The audience is the number and the type of people that we want to target as marketers for our product. The audience can be classified according to their age cohort, their income, occupation, you name it. Performing the analysis will help us be able to create the project aspects, be able to look at cost, and determine the right media campaign to use. When we are establishing the media objective, we have to realize that that is the goal of the media plan. We have to establish those objectives. You must determine your goal to reach, frequency, circulation, cost, and penetration. Reach is the amount of people the message will get in front of over a certain period of time. Frequency is the average number of times the message is in front of those people. Circulation is what is used for the printed advertisements. This is a number of printed are produced and sent out. Cost is broken down into two different sections, cost per thousand, which is that CPM, and cost per person, CPP. It is important to understand cost as you're budgeting for your media aspect here, because the cost will tell you which form of media is best and is appropriate and is the option for you as a business. And penetration, lastly, is the number of audience members that will be reached by the advertising. So the company must determine if it wants to take over a market or just reach a certain group, or what they want to do when it comes to their penetration goals and strategies. Then you have to set the strategy. And when you're setting the strategy, now you have the understanding of who your market is, how much it will cost you, and you need to make a decision about what type of media you will use. Some options include television, radio, internet, newspaper, consumer, and business publications, as well as interactive media platforms. Which option reach the largest audience, and how often that audience will be reached, and will this fit in your budget? Those are all important questions to ask when you're setting that strategy. And then once you have that strategy set, you're going to have implementation. Now you will have the plan, and you will need to put the plan in action. This is when you buy your media. So media buying is the purchase of the space in the select media that you chose. This involves committing the media provider, submitting the ad, and paying the bills. This is an exciting part. You will see all your hard work come together at this point. And then your media is out there, and you will have the evaluation and follow-up. And you will see that, okay, after everything is said and done, is it time to look at everything? Yes. And when you're looking at everything, you're going to look at the results. Did you meet your media objectives? How successful were your strategies? Was the success of the media plan determined? You're going to look at where it determined if you're going to use that outlet again. So if you noticed an increase after a radio spot ad, will you then turn around and use a radio spot ad again? So these are all things that will help you in evaluating. So you know me, I liked my cupcakes, my bakery, and I've used this analogy a couple times. So my bakery has decided that they are going to make a nutritious candy bar that gives you energy. And therefore, my target audience is going to be athletes. And athletes are not usually lounging around watching television. They listen to the radio. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to contact my local radio company that plays advertisements, and I'm going to select a goal. And so that will be my media objective of getting advertisements in front of 1,000 people, which will be my reach per day, and my frequency. The number of advertisements is listed, is limited by the radio station to 6 per station. So you are guaranteeing once every hour. So that means that's your frequency. The station average has about 200 listeners per hour with a cost of 1,000 per day. So that's 4,800 listeners per day that I will be paying to listen. So that is a 0.21 cents per person CPP. Well, that's not bad, guys, and it fits in my budget, so I will implement this media plan. And after 2 weeks, I will then evaluate this plan and see if I'm successful in the media objectives of reaching at least 1,000 per day. There will also be a 20% increase in sales, so I decide to continue the campaign. I hope that puts it to light a little bit more for you, and you can have an understanding of how and why we do media buying and the success and how we calculate the media buying. Until next time, this is Professor McCartan. Have a great day.